Spanking some ribs.
Spank it.
Spanking ribs.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Whoo! Kyle, you're behind barbecue, and today we're knocking out backyard ribs. That's hot. All right, today, let's knock out these ribs. We got a nice St. Louis cut style rib. I got at the local grocery store. Let's cut these open. Dump all this in. Got some ribs. Wipe these down a little bit. Get all the gunk off of them. All right, so we got the ribs out of the package. You can see how kind of big they are. We're gonna cut these down to a St. Louis cut. This extra meat we have over here, we're gonna use that as our rib tips. So let's, some of this hanging meat stuff, let's go ahead and trim that off. This little flat meat here, we're gonna take that off. Okay, we'll take some of this fat off. Take that fat off. Score that out. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna find my longest bone, whatever my longest bone is. So my longest bone is gonna be about here. So I'm gonna take my knife and I'm gonna score across. Cut that flat meat out. Okay, this is what we're gonna use for rib tips. Set that to the side. So here's your rack of ribs. So there's your rack of ribs. This other side, it's real lean, real flappy side. I'm gonna kind of trim that back a little bit too. So we're gonna put this on the side. We're gonna cook these as rib tips. So I kind of like the way that looks now. Just trim some of this off. I am not worried about what the top side of the rack looks like. I'm not worried about any of that fat. We're gonna render all that out. So I'm good with this. So next step, we're gonna get a paper towel. And on the back of these ribs, they have a membrane on the back. It's a real light skin on the back. And we want the rub to penetrate the backside of these bones. We want the smoke to hit it. So just get a paper towel and you're gonna slowly peel it back. Get the leftovers. Boom, like that. All right, we got the ribs trimmed. We got our rib tips. We got the ribs, they're trimmed. We're gonna start off with some Cosmos Killer Honeybee. You can use any rub you want. This is just my favorite on ribs. And then we're gonna lightly season those. And then lightly season the back side of the ribs. Okay, kind of rub down a little bit. Okay, next we're gonna put Loot and Booty Everything Rub on them. We're gonna layer our flavors here. Layer the rubs. Okay, kind of rub that down. Then we're gonna flip them over and repeat the same process. All right, the ribs have been seasoned. They've been sitting here for 30 minutes. My smoker's up to temp, it's at 300 degrees. Let's put these in a pan. And we're gonna go bone side down. Bone side down on the grill. Oh, look at these, nice color on them. All right, we're gonna carry these over to the grill. So how do you know when your ribs are ready to be wrapped? The ribs have been on here for about 2 hours. I spray them with water probably every 30 or 40 minutes. A lot of people ask me, how do I know when I need to wrap my ribs? Because they get too dark, people are burning them, stuff like that. So what I do is if you can touch the ribs and no rub comes off on your finger, it's just grease, no rub. The rub is now set on your ribs. Your ribs are now ready to be wrapped in aluminum foil. All right, the ribs have been pulled off. We are now ready to wrap these. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna add 3 small sticks of butter on each foil. They're each double layered foil, heavy duty. We got one for our rib tips, and then we got one for our rack of ribs. So then whatever rub you use that were on top of your ribs, go ahead and add a little bit more to the bottom of the foil. Then we're gonna add some honey. Let's add some honey to the bottom of this. And what this is gonna do is your ribs, let's add some brown sugar to the bottom of this too. Your ribs is gonna sit in this liquid and it's gonna kind of braise itself until it's tender. So I'll go meat side down. I'll do the same process again. I will add some butter, some more seasoning. Then we're gonna add some brown sugar, no particular order. And then we're gonna throw some more honey on it. Throw some more on there, get a little sweetness in there, a little sweetness. Then we're gonna go ahead and wrap this tight. So what I like to do is grab 2 ends of the foil like this, double wrap, like that, and then I will gently come down to close it like that so it's tight. Fold those over. Fold those over. So now we will move on to our rib tips. Put these down. We're gonna start a timer. We're gonna come back and check them in an hour. All right, I probed these suckers. They felt just like the butter. Make sure before you cook anything, before you wrap anything in foil, you take a stick of butter out, get it to room temperature, you poke the butter. That's exactly what your meat needs to feel like. These are, just for you temperature people, these are at 210. All right, rib tips are done. Let's get the ribs out first. Woo! Look at that. All right. Woo. Lay these out. Get rid of this juice. Let's knock these rib tips out. Ooh, baby. These are done. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.